The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, live now.
Don't know, Mike. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, everybody. He's a macho savage. You're listening to Mike Trash, TrashTalkingRadio.com. The best in the business. Say it to Macho.
Wrestling fans throughout Radio Land, listen to Trash Talking Radio at TrashTalkingRadio.com. Every Tuesday from 7 to 10 o'clock, you hear guys like myself, the Ugandan Giant Kamala. And that's my story.
You can hear words to describe the Trash Talking Radio Show from 7 to whenever we get done is by using a screwdriver to cut roast beef. This is Sluneva Sean, the other half of the Rock and Wrestling Connection. That's the trashy one and the loony one together forever.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ivan Koloff. I'm here to tell you about Mike Talking Trash. With the Trash 7 to 10. Tuesday night, you got to listen in. It's the best around, the best in town. Alright, hey, this is the Animal. One half of the world famous take in the Road Warriors leading the dump. If you know what's good for you, you'll listen to Trash Talking Radio or else.
Everybody, you're watching Trash Talking Radio. This is Hulk Hogan. Hulk, what do you got to say about Trash Talking Radio?
Well, I got to say that I just bought Trash Talking Radio. You're out of the picture, dude. This is my show, and you better watch it, because what you going to do when Hulk Hogan's brand new Trash Talking Radio runs wild on you?
This is the Vital Idol, and you're listening to Trash Talking Radio every Tuesday from 7 to 10 on TrashTalkingRadio.com. And remember this. When the Vital Idol tells you, it's got to be true. And when it's on the internet, it's got to be real. It's Trash Talking Radio every Tuesday from 7 to 10. I am the top of pop, the king of swing, the international rock star way above par, the host with the most, Mr. Tuesday Night, the Vital Idol, Classy Mike Trash, and thank you very much.
It is Trash Talking Radio. It is Tuesday night. It is the best night of the week. And, where's the button? There it is. Am I here? There I am. I'm here all alone. All alone in this hollowed studio. How's everybody doing? Not that you can answer me, but if you could answer me, how would you answer that? That's a good question. I was wondering. I'm here all alone in the studios, and I'm looking for a friend. Isn't that a song? No. I think there's a Rolling Stones friend, looking for a friend. I don't know. Anyway, I'm here. You're here, and you're hopefully here, and we're here, and so on. I just had a weird set of circumstances that caused the audio not to work right before the show went on the air. The audio decided it didn't want to work, so I was like, what's going on here? And I almost had to reboot everything to make it work. But fortunately, I narrowed it down, and I accidentally unplugged something. It was really sucky, because I unplugged something that lost the audio, and it was crazy. Lots of stuff happening. But fortunately, I happened to throw a lot of stuff at the wall to figure out what I was going to do tonight, because I thought I was going to have people here, so I didn't think I was going to have to work as hard, but I always like to over-prepare. And it's good I did, because here I am, all by myself. And I wasn't even sure if I was going to have sound. I couldn't hear anything at first, so I'm kind of glad people weren't here trying to figure out what was going on, because I couldn't figure it out. But I figured it out, and I did it in time. So here I am, rock me like a hurricane. And I don't know who's here and who isn't, but I am, and I'm going to make it the best show I can. So there. For all you people that thought I wasn't going to make it a good show, not that there's anybody that does that, but there's probably some naysayers that think that I would crack under pressure, but it's not the case, because I am a man of integrity and knowledge. That's the word. Knowledge. So we're going to start off a little bit with, let's see, because I wasn't planning on being alone, I got to think this out. We'll just jump right into it. That's what we'll do. That's it. All right. Here's what we're going to do. Yay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to jump in both feet and see what happens here. And I actually didn't get to play music this weekend. I didn't go to any wrestling events this weekend. Actually, all I did this weekend was nothing. That was pretty good. I like to do nothing. It's not too often I get to do nothing anymore, because I'm usually doing something. But the next couple weeks are going to be pretty nasty. It's going to be pretty crazy. It's going to be awesome. Because I know this weekend is our last rehearsal before we play our first show. So that's going to be crazy. And let's see, next weekend. Then we play the show the next weekend, which is cool. I got to figure out what I got to do to make this not interfere with that. There we go. So this weekend, I'm not doing anything until Sunday. I'm practicing, and then next weekend, a week from Saturday, is we're actually playing. So that'll be fun. And I'm going to cough here for a second, so I'm going to turn this off for a second. There we go. All right. What's that say? Don't drown jumping in with both feet. Well, I'm hoping not to do that. That would be horrible for the next couple weeks if I jumped in and drowned this week. So we're all set, though. We're all good. Things are getting crazy, and I'm excited and scared at the same time, because I haven't played in front of people in a year and a half, or whatever it was when Ken and I played last. I think the last time we played was August 2 years. Wait, wow, longer than that. August, almost 3 years ago. Ooh, that's crazy. No wonder I'm a little antsy about it. So I'm sure it'll be a good show. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what this wire is. So if anybody knows what this wire is, let me know, because I don't know. I thought it was a wire that was missing that was making the audio not play, and I was trying to trace it to figure out where it goes to, and it's not what I think it is. So now I don't know what I have this wire for, because it doesn't do, as far as I can tell, anything. So let me plug in my phone, because I think I'm probably going to lose juice by the end of the night. Okay. And I'm sure you want to hear me rambling on. Wonder if my sister's there. I guess she isn't there yet, because she hasn't identified herself. All right. All right. Well, we'll just jump into the things, because what the heck? We got nothing better to do. I mean, it's a crazy night. I'm really bummed that Doug and Ashley are not here, because I have some cool things to talk about. First thing we'll talk about, though, is something that Ashley sent me, but I updated since she found out. So we're going to talk about that first. So we'll talk about Mike Tyson. He's doing great after his mid-air health scare. And that was weird because, here he's the most dangerous man in the world. So it's kind of scary when you think that he actually had a health scare. And the only health scare that I would think it would be mental health, because, I mean, there's really, that guy's, there's nothing weak about him as far as body. But he did have a health scare, and it scared him enough that they thought they were going to have to cancel the fight. And fortunately, they're not. So I'm very happy about that, because I really want to see this fight. I want to see this fight really, really bad. And I know that Jake Paul is in for trouble. So, and I think he deserves to be in for trouble, because anybody that talks like he talks has got some serious issues. And the last person I would want to make mad is the most dangerous man in boxing. So, a lot of things are going on with that. I mean, people were wondering, speculating who's going to win, and I don't think there's no doubt in my mind who's going to win. You got a guy with 40 years of boxing experience and a guy with 15 months or whatever it is of boxing experience. And I've seen Mike Tyson's training regimen. There's no doubt in my mind who's going to win that. Jake isn't going to even have a chance. In fact, I hope that Jake has a nurse standing by, because he's going to need it. But anyway, here's what the deal is. So Mike Tyson was flying from wherever he was flying from to wherever he was flying to, and he was experiencing like an ulcer-related issue. So he was going from Miami to Los Angeles, a touchdown, and they had some kind of medical emergency was, he has this ulcer. So he was in first class, and that, I wouldn't expect him to be in coach. Hey, Tina, how you doing? Anyway, and the situation was that he had to be checked out because he wasn't feeling well, and once they checked him out, he was okay. Tyson's 57 years old. It's hard to imagine him being 57, but he's 57. And I know it's tough when you get older that, you just don't. Oh, by the way, Tina, hang in there, because the next story is something you might be interested in. The story, they were thinking he was going to have to cancel the fight, but he thinks he's going to be 100%, and I'd hate to be Jake Paul. That's all I've got to say. And if he canceled, Jake Paul would just be happy, because he would beat Tyson without having to step in the ring with him. So now I got to figure something out. Hold on, let me check something, because I put some things on trying to figure the audio problem. Now let me see. Okay, that's on. Okay. All right, just had to figure out which audios were working, which audios weren't working, and because I can't hear myself. Oh, maybe that's it. Check 1 2. Okay, now I can hear myself. Hey, all right, now I got the sound straightened out. Now I feel better, because I was having issues hearing myself too. But I figured if I can't hear myself, that's okay, because as long as you can hear me, that's all that matters. Anyway, so it looks like he's going to be set for the fight, and I wouldn't want to be Jake Paul. That's all I've got to say. Jake Paul, I think, bit off a little bit more than he can chew. But the thing is, Jake Paul is going to get this notoriety now for fighting Tyson, because there aren't that many people that can say that they were in the ring with Tyson. So, congratulations. I hope it's good, and I hope that while you're in the recovery room or mentally messed up because he hit you and knocked you into the next generation, that you will be okay. Not that I don't want anybody to get hurt, but when you're stepping in front of a bullet, and you're stepping in front of a bullet, you get what you get. So that's my opinion. So, all right, that's that. That's the end of the Tyson stuff I'll talk about, but I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. Next thing, which I found was really, really, really good if you're into roasts. Tom Brady roast on Netflix. I wasn't sure what I was getting into when I watched it. I was like, I really like Tom Brady. I'm not a football fan, but I like Tom Brady. I kind of like it because he's an underdog. Well, an underdog. He was a 6th round pick in his first year, and everyone thought he would, didn't think much of that he was going to do much, and he proved everybody wrong and got all the rings and basically showed everybody where they can stuff it. All right, I'm looking for your treats. I don't know where I put them. Why are you going to bug me? Don't look at me like that. You got those puppy dog eyes. My assistant's begging me for treats. All right, hold on. I will give you your treat, but you gotta lay down if I give you these treats. All right, here, take that. There you go. All right. Okay, so the Tom Brady roast. Let's see. Let me get this up here. It was everything you would expect it to be and probably more, because you get a bunch of football players and with their egos and all that stuff in the same room, and you never know what you're going to get. But I will tell you that it was crude, it was shocking, and it was filthy, and he was a good sport. I mean, that guy, to have to sit there and listen to some of the things those people talked about. That was pretty rough, and it was hosted by Kevin Hart, and I love Kevin Hart. He's cool. He's somebody I want to meet. But it was a really good show, but you got to be prepared for what it was, and it was going to be dirty, and it was going to be crude, and it was going to be obnoxious, and everything that you expected, it was. So if that's what you were expecting, you were going to get it. You got exactly what you were expecting. So I wonder if I change these screens around and put this screen up there and this screen over there. It would be a lot better, because then I'd be looking into the camera instead of looking away from the camera. Because I noticed that when I was looking at things, and it looks like I'm looking up all the time, and I'm not really looking up. The screen is really just above the camera. And so I am looking up a little bit, but the camera makes it look like I'm looking up in the sky at things, and I'm not looking up in the sky. So anyway, this was a pretty good roast. And they hit him from all angles. They hit him from the Giselle angle. They hit him from every possible thing that they could have said. They were pretty mean on some of this stuff, but it really was what you would expect it to be with the people that were going to be there. You get a bunch of football players busting on each other and stuff. It's not going to be it's not going to be the easiest thing to look at, especially if you're Tom Brady, and he got hit from every angle. And I really think that my favorite part was, one of the things that was interesting was they called out the guy, Will Ferrell came out as the anchor man, and he introduced the special guest host, Bill Belichick, which was out of left field because they said Belichick wasn't going to be there. So nobody expected that. And that was probably my favorite part, because Belichick was actually nice to Tom Brady and was mean to everybody else. So that was kind of interesting to watch that dynamic. And it was funny to watch Belichick being picked on for the guy that has no work right now. Would you put retired, not retired? Retired, yes. They were picking on him for retiring and not retiring, and then retiring and not retiring. It was interesting. I really liked the show, so I have nothing bad to say about the show. I thought it was really, really well done. Let's see. Okay, so the Roast of Tom Brady was a raging inferno. Yes, it was. Airing Sunday on Netflix, the show was filthy and vulgar, and it was inappropriate and shocking. It was uncomfortable. Yes, it was. It was very uncomfortable. But I didn't know any of the participants other than Tom Brady and Belichick. And I did know a lot of the comedians that were on, but a lot of the comedians really were just picking on him from a comedic standpoint and not because they knew him. the people that knew him picked on him pretty good. And I like the one guy that never got a ring, but he was with him for a while, and that was kind of cool. I don't know the guys' names. There was a guy named Julian. That guy right there. This guy here, I think, was the guy that never got the ring, if I remember correctly. Or was this Julian? Okay, I didn't know their names. I don't know their names. Oh no, this is Gronk. Gronk was funny, but it was it was what I would expect from a bunch of football players. So, Kevin Hart really did a good job of moderating, and they even had a bunch of comedians that I didn't expect in there, like Nikki Glazer. I didn't know. She just basically would have thrown herself on top of him the way it looked like. And there was a black female comedian too, who I don't even know who she is, but she was really funny. She said that she's a lesbian too, so she said even though she's a lesbian, she would love to have sex with Tom Brady, and that was interesting. Like I said, it was uncomfortable a lot of the time because I was thinking, man, I wouldn't want to sit in that chair and have those guys just going right after you. But that's his job, He consented to it, and they were in a stadium that was packed. It was they really spent some money on that event, and Tom Brady, I guess, donated a lot of money to charities for that too. So that was kind of cool. Let's see. It says we don't want to remind fans how much money he owes them, and he effed those people. Okay, I don't know. There were jokes. There were white jokes, black jokes, gay jokes, Jewish jokes, jabs at CTE, eating disorders, and Brady's former Patriot teammate Aaron Hernandez killing people in jokes. So that was a bit. That was really close to the edge of what I would have been okay with, and including they really busted on Giselle, and his rumored hair transplant pal Ron Gronkowski, and ex-coach Bill Belichick's unemployment. So I mean, they hit the gambit of everything. So, but I really liked it. I'm not a football fan. I'm not anti-football, but I just don't follow it. But I knew who he was, and I always felt that that he showed that the underdog can become the hero. And and every time that someone told him he couldn't do it, he did it. And that's my philosophy. That's the way I live. I live in that whole realm of people telling me I can't do it. And so it was fun. I really enjoyed it, and you can enjoy it too if you have Netflix. And oh, here it is, the roast of Tom Brady, the greatest roast of all time. I didn't remember doing that, but I guess I'm smarter than that. But I really enjoyed it. They had here we go. The comedians there were Tony Hitchcliffe, I don't know who he is, Sam Jay, Bert Kreischer, who I know who he is, Jeff Ross was there, Tom Segura, and Andrew Schultz. The athletes were Tom Brady, Drew Bledsoe, Julian Edelman, Ron Gronkowski, Randy Moss, and Matt Light. Surprise guests were Ben Affleck, Bill Belichick, Robert Kraft, Will Ferrell as Ron Burgundy, Kim Kardashian, Peyton Manning. And in the audience, there was all kinds of people. Dane Cook was there, Jim Gaffigan, Shane Gillis, Chelsea Handler, Todd Glass, Richard Kind, Charles Woodson, Guillermo Rodriguez, Dana White was there, Jim Harbaugh, Yvonne Orgy, I don't know who that is, Max Holloway, Seth Green. Oh, I didn't see Seth Green. Who was that? There was a Kardashian there too. But it was really good. It was definitely interesting. So if you so desire, it is on Netflix. So there we go. I don't want to spend too much time on that. I think really spend too much time. This is from a concert that Ken and I played about, I'd say about 8 years ago. And I don't know if it'll play or not.
Yes.
Oh, it does play. Ah, I don't know what's in it. I have no idea what's on it. I just, I happened to throw up a picture there, and I said, oh, this is a video, isn't it? So I don't know what it, actually we did cover tunes that night. But it was just fun, and I want to see if it'll play. Yep. I guess I got to turn that down because that's really loud. Let's see.
And there's a woman in the kitchen cleaning up the evening slime.
So we played for this was in New Cumberland. Yeah, New Cumberland Fire Department, I think it was. They were raising money, and we were one of the acts playing. It was fun. It was a very interesting thing, and I enjoyed playing. It was like one of the we became a pretty popular area band for New Cumberland, which was a small town, but we got to play there about 6 times at different places because the mayor there loved us, and she kept booking us for more and more stuff, and it was just it was really fun. That whole year we had all kinds of, actually I don't remember if it was a year or 2 years, we got lots of bookings in that area. It was fun. So anyway, okay, next thing. Last week we talked about Graceland going up for sale, and it was a pretty big deal because the person who owned Graceland is one of Elvis's granddaughters, and so she was panicking because apparently before, oh wait, not granddaughter, yeah, let's see, his daughter, yeah, his daughter was Lisa Marie, and it was Lisa Marie's one daughter. So apparently Lisa Marie, before she died, may have taken out a loan. I can't swear to it, but it seems to be that way. And by the way, I want to turn on the sound here just to make sure that the sound isn't bad, because, you know, you guys are listening to it, so I want to make sure it sounds okay. Okay, so yeah, so we're okay. I mean, that noise is there, the hiss. I got to figure out why it's there again. But anyway, the deal was that there was a says failed Graceland sale. It was stopped. The sale or the takeover was stopped by the courts. So there's some kind of lawsuit that Lisa had not paid the loan back that she had. She used the ranch, or she used Graceland as collateral, supposedly. So whether that's true or not, we don't know, because, you know, they don't tell us everything, but they do tell us some things. And if that's true, they got an issue that they got to deal with, and that is paying back that loan. But Graceland still generates a lot of money from people that stop in there and wanting to tour it and stuff like that. I'd love to go to Graceland and see what it's all about and all that. But, you know, if this place had gotten a hold of Graceland, we wouldn't see that. So what in the world is that? What is? He had his hand up her skirt. That seems kind of odd. Hi, you're back again. You didn't eat that already, did you? You're looking at me like, yeah, why wouldn't I? You know, that's what it's for, right? Anyway, so they let me get back here. Where are we at? Now we're going to get back to Graceland again. Here we go. There we go. All right, now. Okay. So it said here, the catalyst between the failed gambit to sell off the iconic Graceland property in Memphis is a mystery. Self-styled investment company is also under fire from a lawsuit alleging fraud. An aggressive attorney general and community of Elvis Presley loyalists who consider the home turned museum of the King of Rock and Roll to be sacred ground. Among many questions surrounding the attempt to auction Graceland is how often cases come up in which an entity emerges to claim assets of older and dead people. Experts say it is more common than it might look, but that's a big high-profile thing, so it's not going to just go away, I don't think. I've never heard of a fraud company such as I never heard of a fraud targeting such a well-known institution, so it's a bit surprising on that end, said Nicole Forbes Stowl, a business law professor at the University of South Florida's St. Petersburg campus, but I don't think it's surprising to everyday people that they're targets. Nosani investment and private lending caused a stir when a public notice for foreclosure sale of the 13-acre Graceland estate was posted this month. The notice said Promenade Trust, which controls the Graceland Museum, owed $3.8 million after failing to repay a 2018 loan. Riley Coe, an actor and Elvis Presley's granddaughter, inherited the trust and ownership of the home after her mother, Lisa Marie Presley, died in 2023. Geez, that was only last year. I thought it was longer ago than that. What was that? Look at the lady, the game show. Well, I'll have to take a look at that. They said that Lisa Marie used the Graceland as collateral for the loan, according to the foreclosure sale notice. And then Coe filed a lawsuit on May 15th alleging that Nosani presented fraudulent documents regarding the loan in September 2023, asking the Memphis judge to block the sale to the highest bidder. Lisa Marie never borrowed any money from them and never gave the deed of trust to that place. It's a scam, and actor Priscilla Presley, Elvis's former wife, declared on her social media account. And it says that they blocked the sale. Anyway, so at least for now, it's taken care of, but it's something I would probably want to jump on if I were them. So I just kind of want to see what pictures they have. Oh, that's cool. Picture of the king. I probably would like to visit that someday. So yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's some truth to them, to what they said, but I don't know. I just think it's really strange how they would try to get it without them knowing. I mean, geez, kind of weird that they would go to the attempts to get the people out of there without them knowing that what was going on. Okay, Senator demands answers after American flag reportedly banned from a beloved national park. This is an outrage. So according to the New York Post, I wonder why that failure is I wonder if that's, I need to turn this off. Let me see what's going on here. Disable, okay. Why isn't it disabled? Ad block is now disabled, okay. Now we should be able to see that video if we wanted to. Yeah, now we're okay. So, I don't understand why the flag would be banned from a national park. That seems really odd. So let's let me grab this, put this on here. Oh, Amy Sue, how you doing? Tuned in, got distracted, but here I am. Okay. Was there as a child. All I saw was grounds outside. Was too freaking hot. Okay. Alright, now let's put this in. Alright. Alright, here we go. It says officials at Alaska's famed Denali National Park are in hot water after allegedly telling construction crews at the park not to fly the American flag. Senator Dan Sullivan, a Republican out of Alaska, penned a letter to National Park Service Director Charles Sams demanding an explanation to the actions of officials at Denali National Park, pointing out that the demand for the construction crew to remove the flag was made on the eve of Memorial Day weekend. Well, that's really poor planning. And it says here, news of the incident appears to have originated in the report by the Alaska Watchman, a local conservative publication that decried, I'm sorry, not decried, boy, I'm losing it today, that cited an anonymous construction worker at the park. Fox News has been unable to independently verify the details of the report. So, here we go. In the letter, Sullivan explained that one of the construction vehicles involved in the project had a 3x5 foot American flag affixed to it, but reasons remain unclear. Someone at the National Park Service caused the construction crew to remove the American flag. And this is an outrage, particularly in the lead up to the most solemn national holiday, Memorial Day, when Americans come together to honor those that gave their lives in service to our nation. Yeah, kind of weird. I can't understand why, on the national holiday especially, that we would remove the flag. Denali is how it's pronounced. What's Denali? Oh, is that? I don't know. I don't know which one that went to. That went to the. That may have gone to the current article. Oh yeah, Denali. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. My eyes aren't too good anymore. It looks like Denal, but I didn't know that was an I and not an L at the end. So, thank you for the correction. Anyway, so that's a situation. The park you were talking about. Yes, I figured that. I'm a little slow today. Why aren't you here? You should be helping me. Amy Sue, you should be here. You should be not in Wisconsin. You should be here. I need help. Okay. Enough of that. George Lucas denies that Star Wars features all white men. Most of the people are aliens. Oh, man. So now people are talking about Star Wars being all white men. I'm sure that what's his name that just died? He wasn't white. I don't know why they said that, but anyway, George Lucas dismissed critics' claims about the perceived lack of diversity. At the Cannes Film Festival, where the visionary filmmaker will be receiving an honorary Palme d'Or. You know, there's somebody that's going to complain about everything. Someone's going to find something wrong with anything you do. And Michigan, find me a job so I can afford to move back. Yes, I agree. Wish I had a job to offer you, but the Trash Talking Radio Show doesn't pay. We aren't making we aren't making paying money. We're not even making money. So, anyway, they would say it's all white men. I'd say it's not. Most of the people are aliens. And the idea that is you're supposed to accept people for what they are, whether they're big and furry or whether they're green and whatever. The idea is all people are equal. And Lucas, who directed and produced the first 6 Star Wars films, pointed out that the only characters who were discriminated against in that universe were robots and droids. And that was our way of saying people are always discriminating against something. And sooner or later, that's what's going to happen. I mean, we're already starting with AI, and we can't trust those robots. Yeah, that's true. So, but yeah, there's always somebody out there that's going to try to start trouble. And it won't let me do this. Why won't it let me do it? All right. Anyway, so that's that. I guess Seinfeld is in the news again. Unfrosted is his current project, and like I was trying to figure out, I didn't know what it was until I read this article, but Unfrosted apparently is his new project, and what's the deal with Jerry Seinfeld anyway? That's a rhetorical question. Plenty of people have been paraphrasing after a press tour that's found the veteran comedian speaking his mind about the state of the film and comedy, and among other things. But it's also a question that might, what's that mean? Might earnest occur. Hold on. That might earnest occur. Anyone who actually watches Seinfeld out there promoting in the first place. Unfrosted is a comedy for Netflix wherein he plays along with Melissa McCarthy. I happen to like her a lot. An architect of the beloved Kellogg's breakfast cereal, breakfast treat. It's Seinfeld's first movie as a director, his first movie project at all, following the 2007 animated oddity B-movie, which was written by the same team of Seinfeld and 2 of his sitcom staffers. Coming together, these 2 films comprise the majority of the comedian's non-stand-up related output since the end of the Seinfeld show. So it's interesting because, Seinfeld is one of those guys that never, ever, 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 ever has to work again. I mean, well, actually, the person that made the most money on Seinfeld was Julia Louis-Dreyfus. She had a big stake in that show, and whereas he probably will never have to work because of all the episodes of Seinfeld that play in repeats and stuff. She seemed to fund it or something. So I don't know what she did, but she did something that gave her the majority stake of that show. And so she's definitely never having to work again. And he probably never has to work again either because, he's in his 70s anyway. So I was really surprised that he would be making something new because, he doesn't have to work. But, again, I don't have to work either, but I work anyway because I'm crazy like that. And, yeah, some of us people are idiots for working all the time. But, why did it open all those windows? I didn't want it to open those windows. I swear. This computer's going to be the death of me. Watch me get, wrapped up around the power cord or something, and I'll end up dying on it just because I said that. Okay, let's open this up and open that up. Okay, where were we? Okay. All right, it says here, this classic sitcom, Seinfeld, 26 years ago this May, finished up this show. Was it really that long ago? Wow. Whew. Yeah, okay. So Seinfeld turned 70. I thought he was older than that for some reason. Oh well. Doesn't matter. He's still getting up there. It says here that Unfrosted will be familiar to fans of the massively popular and still, it should be said, all-time great self-titled sitcom. It touches upon a number of favored Seinfeld motifs: food, particularly cereal, the bizarre social rituals that inform the most absurd situations, in this case the development of a breakfast pastry, and barely contained lunacy of corporate concerns, which were typically viewed through the various employment humiliation of George Costanza on the old show. And there's also some Kramer scheme zaniness throughout the Unfrosted. That's how the movie wears out its welcome. What feels like an what initially feels agreeably similar to the zanier Kramer plots of later period Seinfeld winds up feeling more like a kind of idiotic project Kramer himself would have cooked up, and what we would have actually been spared of actually experienced at length. So, but anyway, that's the new show that's going to be coming out on Netflix. Netflix actually is doing pretty smart things. I mean, they're negotiating with WWE. They own the roast. They are making this. They have all kinds of stuff coming out that they're actually being pretty smart about what they're doing. I was reading about how Disney's not making money on Disney Plus, and how Netflix is making money. And I think that's funny because Netflix thought they were smart because they took all the Star Wars stuff away from Netflix, which was almost the downfall of Netflix. So it took some smart maneuvering and some big money that it spent for programming for them to keep things going. And now they're probably the biggest streaming company out there that's making money. I mean, Disney's probably bigger as far as the catalog goes, but as far as original stuff that people want to see, I think I think Netflix has that in their repertoire, if you will. Time for a Tylenol break. Okay. Anyway, that's kind of cool to see that Jerry's still out there doing things and making money and making projects that people want to see. Do you know what Memorial Day was originally called? Well, here's what it was originally called. According to this, in some ways there are two different Americas on Memorial Day. In one, Americans go on vacation, perhaps indulge in some barbecue, shopping, or relaxing at the beach. But for those who have ties to the U.S. military, it's a totally different, often somber occasion. Usually marked by visiting graves of friends and family members who died serving in various armed conflicts. There's more in line with how the holiday was first celebrated before it was called Memorial Day. Originally, it was called Decoration Day. I bet you didn't know that. The occasion was the first marked 3 years at the end of the Civil War. On May 5th, 1868, John Logan, head of the Grand Army of the Republic, the major Union Army Veterans Association, issued a proclamation from his Washington, D.C. office telling Americans to celebrate Decoration Day on May 30th. He urged them to decorate Civil War graves with the choicest flowers of springtime, cherishing tenderly the memory of our heroic dead, and who made their breasts a barricade between our country and its foes, and we should guard their graves with sacred vigilance. So it was called Decoration Day. So, you said Remembrance Day. Nope. It was called Decorations Day. Decoration Day, I should say, not decorations. The May 30th, 1868 celebration is considered the first national Memorial Day celebration ever to be held at Arlington National Cemetery. In recent years, scholars, including historian David Blight, have pointed out that while the tradition of Memorial Day may have caught on, the 1868 Arlington National Cemetery ceremony freed slaves first decorated soldier graves even earlier on May 1st, 1865, in Charleston, South Carolina. So the event became an annual tradition, and the name shifted as decades passed, and the United States fought in more wars. Congress made May 30th a national holiday in 1889. After the World War I and World War II, Memorial Day became the more common name for an occasion than Decoration Day to honor veterans of the U.S. armed conflicts. For example, on May 22nd, 1950, proclamation, President Harry Truman described Memorial Day as an occasion that has long set aside for paying tribute to those who lost their lives in war. In 1968, President Lyndon B. Johnson, by the way, I was born on the same day that he was born, not the same year, but the same day, paying tribute to those who lost their lives in war. And President Lyndon B. Johnson signed a bill into law designating the day Memorial Day and dating it the last Monday in May. So there you go. And I would imagine that, yes, you did, Amy Sue, you did know that, because not only did you know lots of stuff about that, but I think wasn't your husband in the service? I don't remember. I'm trying to remember if he was or not, but that's a little history lesson for those that didn't know that, because I didn't know that it was originally called Decorations Day, so that was news to me. But that's, to me, really cool that there was a whole other, name for it, because I would have never known that. That's kind of cool, though. All right, next. Well, I got to put this in I want to make sure that people see this on Facebook and on, that happened. Here we go. Oh, okay, both of those are set up. Want it to be here. Okay, come on. There we go. All right. Yeah, I think it's really interesting that kind of stuff, because I would have never known that, because, how would I know that? That's not a really common thing unless you had people in the military. I did have people in the military, but I didn't know that. So there we go. That's been posted. And we want to post it to Twitter too, or X. So kind of want it to be out there. Want people to know that. So now, there's something that's really kind of cool is that they had a whole bunch of military movies on Netflix. That for the holiday. So if you didn't see any of them, you actually have a chance to see them now. And the ones that they have, hold on here, I will get them to you. I think they have 7 Memorial Day movies, movies for Memorial Day, not Memorial Day movies. All right, here we go. Come on, let me do it. No father and all my nephews. Oh, okay. Well then, my father was in the military, but I just never knew that. I mean, I knew that he was in the military. I didn't know that. Okay, the 7 Memorial Day movies on Netflix to stream in 2024. I should have had a contest if you could name them without looking, but I didn't. Come on, let me do this. Come on. There we go. And we'll do this on Twitter too. It's taking too long to do. I should have someone else do this for me. And it would be done. I wouldn't have to do this myself, and that would move the show right along. All right. Here are some of the movies. It has The Five Bloods is on Netflix. It's about 4 African-American veteran soldiers return to Vietnam, and it offers heartbreaking depictions of how the violence and trauma of war never fades. Father, Soldier, Son, a Netflix documentary of New York Times journalist Leslie Davis and Katrin, I don't know, Einhorn, digs into the effect one soldier's deployment to Afghanistan had on his family. And it says, on the other hand, if you just want to watch some Americans be straight up, uncomplicated heroes, there's also the movie like The Outpost. That was a good movie. The Outpost was a really good movie. Well, that's not 7. That's only 3. They lied. Wait, maybe we'll see it on the show. Okay, here's one. The Outpost. Yeah, I saw that. That was a good movie. Then we got... Come on. All Quiet on the Western Front, 2022. Thank You for Your Service, 2017. I'm trying to remember if I saw that one. Miles Teller was in that. I don't remember seeing him. Well, that's okay. So it's not going to tell us all of them. Anyway, there you go. There's some movies for Memorial Day. A couple years ago, I say a couple years ago, it was probably more than a couple years ago, there was a movie called Super Size Me. And Morgan Spurlock, the documentary filmmaker, died. He was the guy that did that film. Because Morgan Spurlock, the filmmaker best known for his food industry takedown, Super Size Me, has died. He was 53. Seems really young to be dying at 53. Spurlock's death was confirmed by his family, who shared that he passed Thursday due to complications from cancer. And it says here, it was a sad day, and we say goodbye to my brother, Morgan, said Craig Spurlock, who collaborated with Morgan multiple times. Morgan gave so much through his art, ideas, and generosity. Today the world has lost a creative genius and a special man. I'm so proud to have worked with him. I got a cough. Hold on. So, yeah, it's a shame that he died at. Geez, that seems really young these days. But yeah, died of cancer. And then we've got next one. Oh, yeah. So Donald Trump fights with everybody, as we all know, and his newest opponent is Michael Moore. And well, I shouldn't say that. He's probably not. He's probably had 10 opponents since then. But let's see here. Michael Moore is known for documentaries, and had a show on Broadway, which I thought was really odd that he would be on Broadway. And I just think it's funny that Trump actually knew who he was, because I wouldn't think that he would be important enough for Trump to acknowledge his existence. But Trump saw an opportunity and took it. So I thought that was funny. And Trump busted on him because he wasn't drawing the kind of numbers that he should have been drawing on Broadway. I can't even imagine what I would do on Broadway that people would like, and how I could sell tickets on Broadway. And I can't imagine what Michael Moore would do either. But it says, an early Saturday morning tweet storm between Donald Trump, focused on the director and nemesis Michael Moore, characterizing the filmmaker's now shuttered Broadway play as a total bomb, and was forced to close. Sad. Trump was previously delighted in pointing out low ratings and other foibles of perceived rivals in show business, and most prominently Arnold Schwarzenegger on a new version of NBC's The Apprentice. When was this? A new version? When did that happen? I was unaware of this. Is this really true? The Apprentice defends biopic. Okay. Yeah. Wow. That's really interesting. Well, I'm gonna have to look into that. I would like to see what that show is all about. I mean, I know what the original was about, but that's interesting to me. Anyway, oh shoot, I went the wrong way. I gotta go back now. All right, what do we got here? The one-man show with the polarizing filmmaker used satirical humor to make commentary about America and its politics. Guests at Moore's shows included the likes of Bryan Cranston, Gloria Steinem, Maxine Waters, Stephen Colbert, and Morgan Spurlock, with guest Mark Ruffalo. Moore led the audience on a post-show march to Trump Tower to protest Trump's statements on Charlottesville's violence. Moore said that after the show was canceled, my 100 performances on Broadway represent perhaps the most fulfilling experiences of my career. Having the opportunity to play Belasco for tens of thousands of New Yorkers and people from around the country and the world with a simple and urgent message has been one of my great honors of my life, and I'm deeply moved to so warmly embrace the Broadway community. He added that he planned on returning to Broadway at some point with a new play and a new one-man show. 2 days after the final bow, Moore said he planned to take the show on the road in 2018. What? Wait a minute. What is the date of this? Tell me this is not an old article. Well, this is an old article. Why is this out on the... Why is this even out? Okay, I don't care. That's why The Apprentice was with Schwarzenegger. Okay, now that makes sense. Usually I don't get caught in that whole thing. But Morgan Spurlock did die on May 24th, so that's the first one I've done that's wrong. So, caught in my own trap. I hate when that happens. Like, I was trying to understand why I never heard that before. Now I gotta be careful when I pull out of articles here, because this next one could be just as bad. Richard Dreyfuss, let me check the date, make sure I'm right. Okay. Richard Dreyfuss slammed for alleged sexist and homophobic comments at Jaws screening. Now, first off, I don't understand why, if you're having a Jaws screening, why homophobic comments would even come into play. I mean, you would think that they would have better things to talk about, since it's a Jaws movie. I mean, if it was a pornographic Jaws, I mean, like, if there was a porn actress and her name was Jaws, I could understand that. But considering we kind of know what Jaws is about, it should be about a shark, and it should not have any... maybe it's about a gay shark. That could be why he called it that. I don't know. I just think it's weird when actors get involved in stuff like that. Sometimes there's just... You can't help your... You can't help your career any. Not that Richard Dreyfuss needs help. by busting on people because of their sex or because of their gender or whoever they're sleeping with. That shouldn't even come up, and yet it still does. It says here the Massachusetts theater that hosted the actor has apologized for his remarks, writing in a statement, "We deeply regret the distress that this has caused for many of our patrons." A Massachusetts theater is apologizing for its patrons who attended the Jaws with star Richard Dreyfuss, but instead were subjected to sexist and homophobic comments from the actor over Memorial Day weekend. Attendees who headed Saturday to the Cabot Theater in Beverly, Massachusetts for what is billed as an evening with Richard Dreyfuss plus a Jaws screening were likely anticipating some amusing and insightful anecdotes from the actor about filming the classic Steven Spielberg action blockbuster. See, if I went to that, that's exactly what I would think. I would think that, I'm going to go there and I'm going to hear some stories about Jaws and things like that, and that's all I would want. Instead, the Oscar the Oscar winner, went on a free-form rant, according to the social media post, while he was speaking about Barbra Streisand, and moved to his bigoted perspective on trans youth and the Academy Awards inclusion rules, and then on the trans kids affirming their gender. Following the event, attendees quickly took to their social media to criticize the actor's remarks, with some saying they even walked out during the event. One attendee, an X, formerly known as Twitter, user named Rogue Mama, wrote, "Came here to see Richard Dreyfuss. If Richard Dreyfuss has been canceled tonight after appearing at the Cabot in Beverly." Another suggested an alternative title for the event, "An Evening with Misogyny and Homophobia with Richard Dreyfuss. Disappointing, doesn't even begin to cover it." One person wrote the comment in the section of the venue's latest post, "Walked out on his interview tonight along with hundreds of others because of his racist, homophobic, misogynistic rant." Another person called Dreyfuss' comments disgusting and offensive. In a brief video posted on YouTube, Dreyfuss is shown taking the stage for a Q&A wearing a dress over his clothes. After taking a brief dance, he's helped out of his dress by two other people, and puts on a jacket. The song playing in the video as he takes the stage is Taylor Swift's Love Story. In another video from the night at the Q&A, he speaks about his 2022 book, One Thought Scares Me. We teach our children what we wish them to know. We don't teach our children what we don't wish them to know. It's the fact that 50 years ago, without telling anyone, they took civics out of the curriculum of all public schools in America, which means we have no knowledge of what the hell we are, Dreyfuss said of the work. And if we don't get it back soon, we're all going to die. Make sure your kids are not the last generation of Americans, and you know what they're talking about. On Monday, the venue apologized to the attendees for Dreyfuss' remarks, writing in a statement obtained by the Hollywood Reporter, we are aware of and share serious concerns the following recent event with Richard Dreyfuss, and prior to the screening of the film's Jaws at the Cabot, the views expressed by Dreyfuss do not reflect the values and inclusivity and respect that we uphold as an organization. We deeply regret the distress that it's caused many of our patrons. Anyway, that was probably not good for him, and people forget it though. They'll forget about it too quick. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't understand why he just didn't talk about the shark, because I'm sure there are lots of stories about that. And back then, the shark wasn't even realistic looking. I remember when we went to Florida, they had this shark. Was it in Disney or Universal? Universal had a Jaws ride or whatever, And that was pretty cool. All right, next. Box office meltdown. So as Garfield took on Furiosa, and it says here, Furiosa edges past Garfield to win the Memorial Day with worst #1 opening in 3 decades. Overall revenue for the 4-day holiday hits a 29-year low as the early summer calendar suffers from an unprecedented absence of big tent poles due to strike-related production delays. So, I don't know. I just think that it's weird that those two movies, they should have both, I mean, they're not even crossover movies, so people that are going to go to one wouldn't necessarily go to the other one. So it really was surprising to me that they did really that bad. But they really didn't do nearly what they should have for the weekend, especially since the weekend wasn't really necessarily wasn't a beautiful weekend around here. We had rain most of the weekend, so it really didn't do what it should have done because people were stuck inside. And I thought that was really odd that, you know, it rained pretty much the whole weekend here. So, okay, there we go. And so that was really a surprise to me that was the situation for that movie, for those movies. Because Garfield should have easily done, I don't know, I would have thought they would have done 50, 60 million. And Furioso, I would have imagined, would have done at least that. So it didn't do that. As you combine them together, they did, 50, it looks like they did 50 million, I think, for the pair maybe. It says here, the box office was no picnic this year, but it was certainly a roller coaster ride. Warner Brothers' Furioso narrowly beat Alcon and Sony's Garfield movie, with estimated 32 million for the 4-day weekend, with George Miller's latest entry of Mad Max taking in an estimated 26.3 million for Friday and Saturday versus an estimated 24 million for the animated Orange Feline. So they basically did, they basically did 50 million for the 2 days. That's horrible. I remember when they used to do easily that alone. They used to do that, but I don't know. I mean, the trailer looks good for Furioso, and I mean it's a Mad Max movie, and maybe that, I don't know. But like I said, it was horrible weather around here, so I would have gone to the movies if I didn't do something else. Saturday I ended up meeting my new vocal coach, or my new acting coach, and that was really cool. So they have a lot of stuff to offer, and I'm looking forward to working with them. So, I don't know. It's a different world out there. I mean, with all the streaming services and all that stuff, everyone's going to be watching everything at home from now on. It's a real shame. I remember how I used to look forward to going to movies every week. And sometimes I'd go see double features. And now it's like, who wants to go to the movies? You know, got to worry about whether somebody's going to get killed at the movies, or, I mean, in real life. Or, I mean, people just don't go to the movies anymore. And last couple times I went to the movies, I got to go at the prime time, and they were all pretty empty. I don't know. It's really weird. Anyway, that's a movie thing there. Hey, you're back. I thought you left, Christine. I thought you left me. Pick the fun time to leave me, Christine. Lots of people missing and the crap in the field. I don't know. Bruce Springsteen postpones 3 more shows under doctor's direction amid vocal issues. Okay, Bruce, I'll tell you what I'll do for you. Since you're having problems singing, call me. I'll just sing it for you. And it'll be better vocals anyway. I never thought you were a great vocalist. But you could play. You could still play. I'll let you sing. I can't wait till I get to play again. It's really going to be fun. It's, I've been looking forward to it. I mean, geez, I can't believe I haven't played for 3 years. That's crazy. It's been that long since Ken's been dead. Actually, almost 3 years. So I haven't played out for almost 3 years. It'll be 3 years in August. That's how crazy it is. I mean, our last job was the Grange Fair 3 years ago. That's sad. I don't even know. I mean, it just... I just can't imagine that it doesn't feel that long. I mean, it does in some ways because, you know, obviously I haven't had a chance to play, so... But in the same sense, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like it should be that long. But I guess it is. So, anyway, 3 years. Anyway, Bruce, you're not able to sing according to your doctor says do not sing. And I can help you with that. I'll be glad to help you with that because I'm just that kind of guy. So, give me a call. I can be found. I'm easily found. All right, next. Come on, I closed you. Close. There we go. Nicki Minaj. You know, I just think that people seem to be, they think they're entitled. Of course, everyone knows that. But Nicki Minaj is no exception to that. Well, why am I not able to... Trying to delete this post. It won't let me. Why are you not letting me? Come on. No, for some reason it doesn't. Okay, I'll go on to the next one. Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj. Why is this not working? Okay. Why are you not working? There we go. Okay, Nicki Minaj. Oh, now it's not going to open it. Now it's going to open it more than once. Okay. Nicki Minaj detained at Amsterdam after she was allegedly carrying drugs. Why? Why do these people not have any intelligence? It's unbelievable. You know, if you're traveling out of this country, although Amsterdam, I would think there's not anything illegal in Amsterdam, I would imagine. I would imagine that all things are legal in Amsterdam, but maybe I'm wrong about that because Nicki Minaj seemed to... All right, now you're not going to go to Facebook. What is going on here? This is getting crazy. I hate when things don't work according to plan. Okay. Come on. Post. There you go. Okay, and then we'll post this. Anyway, the Dutch police arrested her and detained her because of drugs. And I thought Amsterdam was, maybe I'm wrong, I thought Amsterdam was the place that you could pretty much do anything and not get in trouble. But I guess that's not the case because she got in trouble. I don't know. Kind of weird. Come on. Go. Okay, there we go. All right. She was detained at Amsterdam's airport in the Netherlands. The Dutch police told NBC News that they arrested a 41-year-old American woman at the airport because of possession of soft drugs, but the woman wasn't named. Later Saturday, the police posted on social media that they had released the woman that they arrested that afternoon on suspicion of exporting soft drugs. So she must have got into there with her soft drugs, and when she went to leave, they didn't like that idea. Minaj documented her encounters with officials on Saturday on social media, including an Instagram live captured by a number of outlets, which an official is heard to be saying that they want to take Minaj into custody for carrying drugs, which she denied. I'm not going in there. I need a lawyer present. She said the official later said that she's under arrest. As she wondered what for, the official just asked her to stop filming. She continued to protest before she stepped into what looks like a police vehicle. Minaj is currently in Europe on her Pink Friday 2 tour. She was scheduled to perform in Manchester on Saturday evening and is booked for other dates across the UK. After she performed in Amsterdam on Friday around 2 p.m. On Saturday, it was reported that it was reported that Minaj's Manchester show had been postponed, with Live Nation saying the performance will be rescheduled and tickets will be honored. Despite Nicki's best efforts to explore every possible avenue to make the Tonight Show happen, the events of today have made it impossible. Live Nation said in a statement, "We're deeply disappointed by the inconvenience this has caused." On Monday, Minaj announced the rescheduled Manchester show would take place June 3rd. On Saturday, Minaj shared another video on Instagram, which she posted to the grid on her account, which she's talking with another official who said he needs to search her luggage. Minaj. You take a scapegoat who's going to carry your stuff, and you don't have to worry about it. They have to worry about it. And isn't that what you planned on doing from the get-go? Why didn't you search it before it went on the plane? The official said authorities did a random quick check, but now want to do a full check. And when Minaj asked why, the official said, first of all, because you filmed him. He doesn't believe that you don't have more with you than you say. She replied, no. He asked me, do I have any more in those purses? And I said, no. And I asked, where are my bags? He took my bags and put them on the plane before I could know what bags are on the plane. Writing on Twitter, she said that Minaj indicated this all unfolded while her flight was delayed in Amsterdam, as authorities said they found weed and another group of people have to come here to weigh the pre-rolls. See, it's just weed. I don't know why people get so crazy. This is just weed. It's not even a real drug, is it, puppy? You don't like weed either. Yeah, I never see you eating weeds. I see you eating grass though. So that could be it. So stay off the plane. They'll come after you next. I don't know. I think it's just a waste of time. I mean, if it was, I don't know. What in the world? Drug kingpin masturbating zombies. Wait a minute. What's this? I need to know what this is. A trans drug kingpin masturbating zombies and Emma Stone. Alright, there's the 20 best films of cons. Alright, I want to know more about this. I want to know what this is all about. I didn't even have this on my group of stuff that I wanted to go over, but I mean, geez, trans kingpins, I mean, what more could you ask for? Freaking weird stuff. I swear. Oh, man. What's this world coming to? What are you doing? What? You want something else? You want another treat. That's what you want. You got one ear up and one ear down. What am I supposed to do with you? I think I'm going to put a dog cam. Then you could look at the people and the people could look at you and all that stuff. You want to have your own cam? at your eyes. All right, let me look. See if I can find the things you really want. I know you want. Oh, there it is. That's the one you really want. I know what you want. I know what you really, really want. This is her favorite treat of all times. She really loves these things, and I don't know why. Is that what you want? That's what you want. I can tell. I can tell that's what you want, because that is the thing that makes you happy. You gonna get it? Come and get it. Come and get it. Come and get it. Come and get it. Get up here. There you go. We had it. Oh, man. What a dog. I love that dog. I don't know why I love her so much, but I love her. I think because she reminds me of me. Rejected by other owners. Thrown away a couple times. And resilient. That's her. That's her. She is a resilient dog. So, anyway, let me get my thing back here. Where was I? I was talking about zombies and stuff, right? Where I lost it. There it is. There it is. Okay. All right. Let's see what this is all about here. All right. Now, can I do this another way? I don't have to reload this all the time. Oh, there's another way. Maybe. See if it works. If it works, it'll be awesome because I won't have to wait as long to do this. All right. Boom. There we go. Now we can go right back to work. Don't have to wait to go back and forth. All right, here we go. The first Indian movie to play Cannes competition since 1994, Payal Kapadia's melodic and playful and moving dramedy stars Connie Khusruti and Divya Prabha as a pair of nurses searching for a romantic connection in Mumbai. There's plenty of sadness here, but there's also lots of humor and camaraderie, recalling certain films such as The World of Apu and The Big City, in which a small town folks give up themselves as they shift to urban living. So that is As We Imagine. Oh, that was As We Imagine as Light. Then we have Honora, a sex worker's romantic entanglement with the son of a Russian oligarch gets very messy with Sean Baker's smart, satisfying screwball comedy in Brighton Beach, Brooklyn, deftly commenting on questions of class, privilege, and the wealth divide. And I want to know what the thing about the zombies. Where's the zombies? Gotta find that. Where is the zombie thing? I like zombies. I don't know why I like zombies. I don't see any zombies. I think they lied. Ghost trail, girl with the needle. The invasion. Ah, wait a minute. The invasion. Is that it? No. Okay. Eh, whatever. You tricked me. My friend has a screening of his movie over there. And if I had a copy of it, I'd play it for you, but I don't know which movie it is that he was doing. All right, next. Now, let's see here. The next one is, yes. Alec Baldwin's back in the news. He's going to face trial for the involuntary manslaughter over the Rust shooting. Now, this has been going on for a couple of years now, and a New Mexico's judge rejected the actor's bid to dismiss the case. I don't know how he thinks it should be dismissed. I mean, he did kill somebody, and whether it be his fault or not, he still did kill somebody. So, personally, I think, there should be some kind of penance for that, because there's a dead person because of him. Alex Baldwin will face a trial in July stemming from the manslaughter charges over the accidental shooting and death of Russ cinematographer. Santa Fe Judge Mary Sommer on Friday denied Baldwin's bid to dismiss the indictment, concluding that the prosecutors and the grand jury weren't biased against him. The court does not find prosecutorial bad faith, the order stated. So, it's one of those things that just because you're a star doesn't excuse you from killing somebody. Now, it is an accidental killing, so you're probably not going to spend some time in jail, or if you do, it'll be a little time, but you did kill somebody, so you probably should, I would fight tooth and nail myself too, but he's a producer on that film too, so that makes him even more, Baldwin, a producer on the low-budget Western, has been accused of negligently firing a gun when the scene only called for him to pull it from his holster, ignoring industry norms. And I'll tell you what, I had gun training, and he did everything wrong. So he did screw up, and he should, in some way, pay for that, and whether it be money or something, should pay something towards that. Says if convicted, he'll face 18 months in prison. I don't know if he should do prison time. I mean, he should at least pay some money. His arguments for dismissal were multi-pronged. He claimed that the prosecutors pursued charges against him in bad faith, withheld favorable evidence that could vindicate him, and failed to properly instruct the grand jury that ultimately found that he should stand trial for his role. I think he should stand trial because I think he is definitely at fault because he did actually kill that person. I guess we'll find out. And, see here. It says, it follows a judge in April sentencing Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, the armorer who loaded the live round into the gun Baldwin was holding when it was discharged. I mean, that's the other person that should have, that person should not, there were other times when that person did wrong on different sets. So, truly, it's just a tragedy in every way. And there's no way to bring back that person. There's no way to bring that person back to life. So, it's sad that that person had to die, and it's even sadder that it had to be on set that way. But it did happen, and somebody's going to have to pay for it. Okay. Wheel of Fortune contestant incorrectly guessed Butts is an instant classic. I better make sure this is the current. Yes, this is current. Okay. I want to make sure because that earlier one threw me for a loop. Sometimes on Wheel of Fortune, there are moments when the audience unites over a perceived injustice, like a contestant mispronouncing a word or losing a puzzle, or players having to solve the puzzle that's downright nonsensical. But there are moments when we unite because a contestant's guess is so unhinged that it makes the show unpredictable, with no comedy writer can compete with that. And this one is no exception to that. That's what happened on last night, May 23rd's episode, when one contestant guessed a phrase that's rarely used in polite company, causing the audience and his fellow contestants to lose it. During a toss-up puzzle, 4 words followed by an exclamation point appeared. As the letters automatically filled in, the letters on the board spelled out blank, 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 I blank T blank EB blank blank T exclamation point. At that moment, Tavares rang his buzzer and enthusiastically guessed a four-word phrase that will live in the memory forever. He said it was right in the butt. He's wrong. It's not right in the butt. Although the fact that the first word only contained 4 letters, not 5, this despite the fact that this is not a common phrase, although, sure, let's designate butt stuff, or not designate, destigmatize butt stuff. This despite the fact that its connotation is something only suitable for certain wheel fan thick. He said it. He said it. And the fellow contestants cried out, "What?" as soon as the words escaped his lips. And the host, Pat Sajak, said, "Oh, I'm glad I'm retiring." No, he said, "No, it's not that." Tavares spoke these words out loud, made the moment what it was. It was Sajak's resigned, dry response that added to the moment. Meanwhile, the audience burst out laughing and couldn't stop until Tavares' competitor Blake buzzed in with the right answer. "This is the best." Oh, the guy. You know, somehow that guy is he's gonna probably get something in the Hollywood field, knowing how Hollywood acts. But, yeah. Dr. Pat Sajak is counting down the moments. His last show is June 7th. So, yeah, that's a very, very unique thing to happen. So, that guy definitely, he screwed up. And it's funny. And I think that if it were me, I would be, I don't think I could say that on live television, but hey, who knows? But yeah, that's where he said. I don't know. Anyway, that's the winning, the losing phrase. But it's still a winning phrase in my eyes because it entertained the people. So that's that. Oh, that's funny. All right, here we go. I'm getting excited for a friend of mine who's coming up this way. One of the members of the Barking Rats is headed this way. He lives in Key West, and he is coming up here to see his family, and he's driving back up here. So I'm going to see him for the first time in 40 years. It's going to be neat. He looks good, and it's going to be fun to see him. He's one of the best bass players that I've ever had the honor of playing with. Speaking of which, there I am. Had to put that back in because the picture didn't come up. Anyway, so next one. General Hospital Johnny Wacker was shielding a female co-worker when he was fatally shot. It's such a shame. This was something that shouldn't have happened, and I'm really sad for him and his family. That's something that shouldn't have happened. What did we do? Oops. Nope, didn't want to do that. All right, well, anyway, he was protecting somebody when he got shot, according to the article. says actor Johnny Wacker had just finished a bartending shift and was walking on an unidentified female co-worker to her car when he was shot and killed by thieves apparently attempting to steal a catalytic converter from his car. The General Hospital actor's brother Grant told the Daily Mail that Wacker initially thought the vehicle was being towed, but when he realized what was happening, he shielded his co-worker by putting her behind him. So he was walking her to the car. They saw that the car was being moved, and he just shielded her. Were Southern born and raised and would never let a female walk their car to their car by themselves. And he came across them, and he thought his truck was being towed, so he said something to the guys like, "Hey, are you towing?" And then once he turned around, he saw what was happening. He put his coworker behind him. That's when they shot him. Wacker's mother, Scarlett Wacker, confirmed that account to CNN, and she said her son occasionally worked as a bartender between acting gigs. The fatal shooting occurred at 3:25 a.m. Saturday, and it was, what a shame. I mean, and over a catalytic converter. I mean, geez, some people will do anything to get a catalytic converter, and that just, it seems so weird to think that somebody would kill somebody over a catalytic converter. I don't know. I just think it's weird. It's so weird. So, this world is really whacked out itself. I mean, to think that somebody would kill somebody over a catalytic converter just really hurts. Anyway, so Robert De Niro, who I had the honor of working with. All right, now this is not going to let me do this. I'm not going to accept the post. Why is this not set? Why is this not working? That's weird. We'll leave this. We'll try it again. Now it's not letting me do it. Why is this not working? Well, that's really weird. Alright, so we'll do it the other way. Copy this. We'll go here. We'll go here. Okay, trying to make this work. There we go. Now it should work. Alright, next. Anyway, Robert De Niro was involved in a situation that didn't work out so well for him. Robert De Niro viciously heckled outside the Trump trial. Sometimes you should keep your mouth shut when you're outnumbered and all that, because you're not going to win. You're out of, you got a lot of people that are pro-Trump, and you're talking to them, and that's not going to, that's not going to work out well. So let's see here. All right, here we go. Okay, there we go. Boom. Okay, and we do this. Is that going to let me do it? Okay, so Robert De Niro is putting himself directly in line of fire with Donald Trump, with his furious supporters, who called him every name in the book, but he shouted back at them. See, that didn't gain anything. All it did was make them all look petty. So the actor almost literally was almost literally Daniel in the lion's den Tuesday morning in downtown Manhattan when De Niro came face to face with an angry MAGA mob. They shouted F you and called him a traitor to America and Italians and Jewish people. Other obscenities were made of Robert's mother, which I don't understand why he would attack their mother. He was surrounded by security guards as he made his way through the crowd, but did stop at one point to yell back. We're trying to be gentlemen in this world, the Democrats. You are gangsters, F you. And as for why De Niro, maybe the most outspoken Trump enemy in the country, would subject himself to the MAGA crowd gathered outside the court where the former president's hush money trial, well, he's there on behalf of the correct prez. President Joe Biden's administration reportedly dispatched De Niro and two former Capitol police officers to address the media outside the trial. For his part, De Niro made it clear he'd rather not be there, but feels passionately that it's his civic duty to be there to speak out against Trump. And that doesn't do anything except irritate people. I mean, why would you don't do that just to oh man, just makes him look bad. I think it makes him look bad because he took on, there was nothing to be gained by that. So in my eyes, it was a really stupid move, but it could have been used to do things positive if he hadn't been there. I think they could have used him in a better way. I think De Niro would probably agree with that, because he didn't want to be there either. I don't know. It's kind of weird to think about this, because people don't care what actors think of politics anyway. So I just think it was just a poor move. It didn't gain anything. Just it was petty. If he'd asked me, I would have told him. But he didn't ask me. All right, next. Where do we want to go here? What time we got here? Let's see. All right. I gotta pick my things I'm going to talk about here because I got a lot of stuff. This one I think is funny. I mean, even though it's not funny, it's funny because the guy was stupid. San Diego police officer resigned after alleged backseat sex with a suspect. Oh man, guys are idiots. You know, we always want to have sex whenever we can, and why we can't be smart about it. I mean, you know, if you're an officer, you really shouldn't agree to have sex with your perp. But this guy was I don't know what happened, how he ended up in this situation, but it was not the best position for him because he was caught first off, and I hope it was worth it. That's all I got to say. They have cameras and everything on their person, but he turned the camera off and thought that would be it, but that wasn't it. So let's talk about the thing in question. San Diego Police Department officer accidentally locked himself in the back seat of his patrol car with a female suspect after she propositioned him to have sex, leading to his resignation amid internal police investigation, and now it's become public. The police department has released the embarrassing findings from its probe into Anthony Hare after he and other officers arrested 2 people for alleged car theft last August. Hare turned on his body cam as he took the police suspect to the local jail in San Diego, and their encounter and conversation were captured on video. During the exchange, the woman asked Hare if he was married and single, while also admitting she didn't mind working the system and bluntly saying, "I'm down to F right now." Shocked, Hare ordered her not to talk that way because their discussion was being recorded. After a few minutes, Hare switched the body cam off, and his police cruiser slowed to a crawl as he turned down a dark road, according to the GPS tracking system, affixed to his vehicle, which suddenly came to a halt. About 20 minutes later, Hare radioed another officer requesting a master key for all patrol cars. That officer was later questioned by internal affairs investigators, telling them Hare was panicked as he confessed to being locked in the back of his patrol car with the woman. I wonder why he was there. Police supervisor responded and unlocked the car. Hare claimed to internal affairs the door was accidentally shut after he got into the back of the back seat to check on the suspect. He also said his body cam got knocked off his clip somehow as he emerged from his patrol car. As for the suspect, she maintained that she didn't have sex with Hare in the back seat of that night. But internal affairs investigators got to the bottom of their lies when they tested Hare's clothes for semen and found traces of it on his belt. And then Hare resigned the force September 2023. The end of his career because of a woman, because he couldn't keep it in his pants, apparently. It's such a shame, because he was probably a good officer up till then, but he couldn't take it, couldn't do the right thing, and cost him his life, cost him his career. So that was really sad. All right. All right, there we go. All right, next. Oh, already did that? Oh, okay. I guess I didn't need to do it again then. All right, next. All right. This is crazy. This one says a teen survives a 400-foot fall from a canyon in Washington State. I can't even imagine that. I mean, I don't know. I'm not real happy about heights, so to get me on a fall like that would be tough to get me on that bridge. Says here, hold on here. You want let me do this, or do I can't do it here. Maybe I can. Okay. That'd be cool if I could. Okay. A teenager who plunged 400 feet from a dangerous canyon in Washington State over Memorial Day weekend walked away with only minor injuries. The teen was walking along the former trail beneath the High Steel Bridge, one of the tallest railroad bridges in the United States, on Saturday when he fell. We've told people to stay off these trails because they're dangerous, but people either haven't seen the warning signs or they're disregarding it. Authorities have not identified the teen, who only sustained scrapes on both arms and was taken to a nearby hospital for evaluation. Reported he's only 19. Between 5 to 7 people fall off the bridge every year, and the majority die, despite having the area being outfitted by scattered warning signs, including one describing how steep, slippery, and unsafe the bridge is. During the 2-hour rescue mission, deputies and firefighters used a rope to harness to scale the bridge and rescue the male teenager. Hooked him up into the harness and brought him all the way back up. He was walking down the washout that a lot of people use and has become a trail. He ended up all the way down on the river. Officer said a lack of respect for nature and not paying attention is part of the problem as people continue falling from the bridge. Referring to the teen, he was incredibly lucky. I can't even imagine, falling 400 feet down. He's lucky to be alive. But, hey, you never know. These people, he's a teenager, so they're resilient. All right, there we go. See if it works this way with Twitter again. It does? Good. Hey, I'm starting to get the hang of it. All right. Next one. All right, next. Twitter stock surges on strong results and promise of a profit by the end of the year. People were laughing at Musk for buying Twitter, and because Twitter was just not making money, and it seems we're going to see a difference. I'm sorry, when I say Twitter, I mean X. But if he ends up turning that around, that would be a really big thing for him. Because he spent, I think it was $44 billion on that. That is just insane. All right, now let's see here. It says Twitter shares came roaring out of the gate this morning after the company reported strong third quarter results and predicted it would finally turn profit by next quarter. Stock gained 15% in early trading, reaching $19.70 a share within about $1 of its 52-week high before the trading session. The company posted a quarter revenue of $590 million, a dip of 4% from a year ago period. Net losses narrowed from $21 million to $21 million from $103 million. Company reported adding 4 million monthly users, increased daily users by 14% during the third quarter. Both marked improvements over a flat year growth in previous years. At the same time, Twitter divulged it has been overstating the number of users since 2014. Beginning the fourth quarter of that year, it incorrectly included third-party text-based apps related to a now defunct development platform. This led execs to lower previously reported user tallies by 1 million in the fourth quarter of 2016 and 2 million for the first half of 2017. And it says this quarter we made progress in 3 key areas of our business. We grew our audience and engagement and made progress on a return revenue growth and achieved profitability, said CEO Jack Dorsey. We're proud that the improvements we're making to the product continue to bring people back to the Twitter on a daily basis. It's our job to help people stay informed about what's happening in the world and what people are talking about. We're focused on making our service faster, easier to use, and more relevant to people every day. I use Twitter, but I don't use it a lot, but I use it. And I think that the idea of them straightening the platform out is going to help them big time. Why am I having problems with that? What happened here? Why are you not allowing me to do this? For some reason it doesn't want to do this. What about if I did this on here? Is it going to let me do it here? Okay, so you have a problem only with Facebook. Okay, well let's back this up a little bit here and figure out where the problem is. You don't like Facebook. Okay. Let's do it again on here on Facebook. I can't find the freaking... What was that? I keep losing the stupid icons. See if it comes back. There it is. Seems to disappear when I scroll down, and then it doesn't come back. You gonna work this time? You're still not working. What the freak? Why don't you want to work? All right, well, we'll get this working one way or the other. Paste it in here. It's a real pain in the butt. You're going to do it this time? Nope, you're not going to do it. You're going to be a pain. All right, let it go. Now we'll put it in here. Pain in the butt. If you just do that. There we go. Now that looks right. All right, now we got it. Okay. All right, next. All right. Come on. I'm done with you. All right, next. This is weird. So, California man arrested after randomly punching elderly men, stopping to pose for casual photo. I swear, I just don't understand why a 25-year-old would be obsessed with hitting older people. You know, it just doesn't make sense to me because, you know, why would they take the time to punch an elderly guy? It's so weird. It doesn't, you know, okay, you can beat up an old guy. What's that mean? Does that make you feel better? I mean, did they abuse you? I mean, they didn't know the guy, I don't think. He just here, hit this button. Okay, come on. Be faster. There we go. Okay. A California man who randomly punched two elderly victims on separate occasions and posed for a casual photo after one of the attacks was arrested on Saturday. Nicholas Hostetler, 25, was identified in connection to the two attacks on the elderly men in Campbell this month. The first incident on May 4th, that was pretty a couple weeks ago. Hostetler allegedly punched a victim in San Thomas before running away. The suspect, however, stepped to pose casually on a sidewalk as the victim snapped the photo in hopes of identifying his alleged attacker. Police released the photo on social media and asked the public to help identify the suspect. The second random attack happened Friday morning as a 75-year-old man was taking a walk in Campbell. Hostetler punched the victim in the face while the 75-year-old man and his family returned to the area where, for a short period of time later, to look for surveillance cameras. They encountered Hostetler again. And Hostetler tried to fight the family before leaving the area. Officers immediately began to search the area and identified Hostetler as the suspect. Police contacted Hostetler's parents Saturday morning, and with their help, Hostetler exited his home and was arrested without incident. I mean, he's a tough guy. Look at him. Jeez. Like, I can't understand why he would just pick a random person and punch the guy. So, I don't know. Just anger issues, I guess. All right, next. Everyone that ever flies, this is their worst nightmares, or, well, one of the worst nightmares, not the worst nightmare. Did I reboot before the show? Yes, I did. What's going on? Is there something going on? Why? What's going on? Is there sounds? Is there something going on? What is going on? I'm worried about this, that you're asking me this question. What kind of issues am I having? That's what I want to know. Hello? What kind of issues am I having? I have snakes. I have snakes in the room. That's what you're hearing. Hello? I have snakes. It's really weird. I don't know what's going on, and it still sounds static. Yes, it does, but there's nothing I can do about it. But it sounds better than it has been. Okay, well, that's good. I've got to figure the problem out. I don't know. I ditched the one computer. I've got another computer for next week that I'm going to use for Doug. But since I'm the only one on the air right now, the problems that I'm receiving, I probably need to figure out why it's doing the hissing and all that. I haven't figured that out. It's okay on this computer show is slow and a lot. Well, there's some issues that I can't tell you that I don't. The black screen that you're getting is this screen because it keeps losing my video, so I probably need to switch this over to something else. See if I can find another picture that it won't do that with. The problem is they're videos, and I didn't realize that. All right, now I'm going to get in trouble for that. Hot Blooded. We didn't do that song. I got to put another picture up there because I guess these are all videos, and I should have done better videos. Let's find what picture we can put up there instead. How about this one? This is a good video. How about that one? How about that? That kind of looks like me. So, anyway. It is alone. What is alone? Oh, aliens. Aliens. Oh, I couldn't. Yeah. My eyesight's not that good anymore. I used to be able to see that stuff. Okay. Anyway. Gotta put this back here. Okay. United Airlines aborted before the takeoff when a plane engine catches fire, gushes smoke at a Chicago airport. You know, that would be my worst nightmare. Actually, I had that happen about a year ago, coming back from, where was I coming from? I think I was coming from LA. And we were coming back from LA, and we got boarded on the flight, and we were sitting on the flight, and I started smelling gasoline, and I thought, or whatever fuel. Started smelling fuel, and I thought, well, that's probably not good. And then they asked us to leave the plane because they had to clean up the gasoline that they spilled, or whatever the fuel that they spilled And then they ended up getting us another plane. So I knew that this was going to be an issue because my connecting flight only had like 15 minutes between my connect and their takeoff. So I knew the minute they said, "Oh, you're coming in late," there was no way I was going to make it. And so I said, "Well, what are our options?" They said, "Well, you can take the next flight after it comes back." I said, "Well, how long? When's the next flight?" I thought if it's only an hour, it's no big deal. They said, "Oh, well, the next flight would be like we would get in town around 11, and it would be 6 o'clock in Philadelphia." I'm like, "Well, it's only an hour and a half home. I don't want to wait 6 hours for an hour and a half flight." And actually, the flight would only be like 20 minutes, but so I'm like trying to figure out what I was going to do because they had changed my flight. And I'm calling Christine. I'm saying, "Hey, I'm trying to get a hold of Christine." And I don't remember. I think we were texting back and forth. But I asked her if there was any way she can come down and get me because I didn't want to wait 6 hours because I was up already for 24. So one of those things. The end result was I had no idea whether she was coming because I had to turn my phone off because I was on the new plane, and she decided to take the trip down, and I got off the flight, and I'm like, I don't know if she's going to be here or not. And I looked at my phone, and I'm like, it took me a while to catch up on, once I could turn the phone back on. And here she had come down and waited for me, and she was such a sweetheart. There's a reason I love that woman. So you went into Philly, and that's when I was to pick you up. Yeah, that's correct. And she was my hero that night, or that day. And I was so happy. So, anyway. But mine wasn't where the plane caught fire, because we got off the plane and they did all that stuff. So, actually, and I don't fly United usually. Usually I fly, I was flying Delta, and then I went to American Airlines. So now I'm American Airlines, but that's where my loyalty is right now. Who knows? That's subject to change without notice. But I don't fly as much now, so it's not as big of a deal as it was back then. But and now I got my TSA approval and all that stuff. You'd think I'd be happier, but not really. No. Okay, come on. Back. Come on. I should have. You know what it is? I didn't restart the router. That could be part of the problem. I was too busy with other things trying to get things to work. Because I didn't know I was going to be alone. I thought I was going to get Doug on, and I got a new computer that I want to put him on. And then he called me, and he didn't call me, he texted me and said he wasn't going to be here today. So all that was for nothing. So anyway, American Airlines was about to take off at Chicago's O'Hare International Airport when one of the plane's engines caught fire, sending smoke gushing from one of the wings, as seen in the dramatic video from the tarmac. United was set to fly to Seattle at around 2 p.m. when the engine burst into flames on the taxiway and forced 148 passengers and 5 crew members to evacuate the Airbus 320 and towed back to the gate. FAA and United Airlines said in the separate statements, footage shot by a passenger from inside the plane show thick smoke coming from one of the wings, and as the aircraft drove on the tarmac. That is probably one of my scariest things, to think that would happen, that I would have to worry about a flight catching fire. Ooh, at least they were on the ground. So, yeah, that's one of the things I've always been afraid of. All right, next. Shark capital of the world. Where do you think the shark capital of the world is? If you said anything but Florida, you're probably wrong. Let's see. Okay. Here, waiting for this. That's one thing I didn't do is reboot the router. I probably should have rebooted the router. But sometimes you do it right, sometimes you don't. Okay. All right, there we go. Florida is the shark bite capital of the world, according to a report from the State Museum of Natural History and Florida University, with the area around Daytona Beach having the highest concentration of shark attacks anywhere. The International Shark Attack File identified Volusia County as the world's hotspot for sharks preying on humans, with 351 unprovoked attacks identified since record-keeping began. The earliest records county officials could find date back to 1837. Florida, which has the largest coastline in the contiguous United States, has been a whopping 928 attacks in that time frame, followed by Hawaii with 195, California with 138, and South Carolina with 118. So there you go. If you wondered, New Jersey is way, way, way low, probably because it's colder up there. It says here, let's see, New Jersey would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh wait, these aren't in order, are they? Oh, that sucks, because now I don't, yeah, it's still 8. No, it would be less than 8. It would probably be 11 by looks of things. So, yeah, there you go. If you wanted to know where to not swim, those are the places. Where's California? California's third. Ooh. I didn't go in the water when I was in California, come to think of it. I've been in the water in Florida once, but it wasn't very hot. Or it wasn't very deep when I got in it. Or did I get in it? I don't know. Maybe I didn't get in it. I'm trying to think. It was a long time ago. Hawaii is number 2. Well, that's not surprising, is it? Because that's the warmest of the places. South Carolina, North Carolina. So, Delaware has 5. Mississippi has 2. I didn't even know Mississippi was by the water. Oh, I guess I did know that. Yeah, Connecticut has 1. Ooh, 1 shark bite or attack. Florida, then Hawaii, yeah. Australia, I think. Well, but they're not United States. We're talking about the United States. We don't care about Australia because we're not there. There's a video game called Maneater where you are a shark. Now that wouldn't be too bad. I wouldn't mind that, as long as they don't have a freaking thing to stab me when I'm trying to eat them up, you know. What's it say here? Okay, so that's data for 1,640 shark attacks in the U.S., going back almost 200 years. So, stay out of the water. That's the best way. I can't stay out of the water, though, because I love the water. Wait, what was New Jersey? Wait a minute. Go see what New Jersey was. New Jersey was 16, so that's not too bad. So, yeah, New York actually has a bunch more than that. But then again, you got all the Italians up there and their sharks. You know, card sharks are loan sharks. Loan sharks, that's what they are. So, there you go. If you ever wondered or cared, Probably not, right? Nobody cares. All right, let's see. Where are we going next? Do you remember the guy that went down in the little sub to see the Titanic? Well, since he died, there's somebody else doing it. Ohio billionaire Larry Connor plans to take $20 million sub to Titanic site to prove the industry's safer after OceanGate explosion. You go ahead and do that. You go ahead and go down there and look at that Titanic. Personally, I don't care. The Titanic is just another failed attempt at tourism. There's no way I would go on a. You could pay me, and I still wouldn't go. I wouldn't risk going that far down. Nope, not going to do it. Never, ever, 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 ever going to do it. I want to keep living and not going to implode. The people that paid that money and implode it, that's just, ugh. You just do that, Larry Connor. I hope you implode with the rest of them. I don't know. The people that want to do that, I would rather just, I don't know. I would rather do just about anything else. I'm not going to die for seeing what the Titanic looks like. I don't know. People are weird. They gotta see the impossible. And I could just imagine, like, the people in that little sub that were gonna see what the Titanic looked like after all these years. Nope, I don't even care. I can see it on TV when the guys send their robots down there and take it. Oh, there's some footage. See, you don't have to go down that low. Just send the robot down there and look at it. Oh, that's in the bottom of Lake Superior. Yeah. Anybody that wants to see that, they got to be insane. I wouldn't put my life on the line to see something like that. Okay, next. That's called a guy with too much money. I mean, they paid like $500,000 or something like that to explode. I don't know. I can't imagine wanting to see anything that much. Just crazy. Next one. New Jersey town closes boardwalk and declares a state of emergency over unruly teens on Memorial Day weekend. Yeah. Can't imagine. Yeah, unruly teens. Why? You know, that's the other thing. You know, I've never been one that would be rowdy like that because I always wanted to stay on the, on the good side of people. Well, except when I was in wrestling, then I wanted to be on the bad side of people. But it's just, oh, what happened here? No. Can't stop me that quick. I did not shoot that. Shut up. I said stop. Stupid trailer or a stupid exit thing. All right. Anyway, so I guess in my time it would have been the mall that kids would have had shut down, but I was never had friends in that time of my life. And I probably wouldn't have done that anyway, because I don't know, I don't like to be a troublemaker. I know that seems hard to believe. What's going on here? There we go, that's the right one. Okay, good. Anyway, they should have put the kids in jail. New Jersey's shore town of Wildwood closed its popular boardwalk for a few hours Sunday after hordes of unruly, undisciplined teens descended on the walkway. Police shut down the boardwalk to the public just past midnight after receiving an irrepressible number of complaints about extremely large number of young adults and juveniles visiting the site for Memorial Day weekend, according to the statement from authorities. And it says here, officials did not cite a specific incident that led them to shut the boardwalk down, but claimed that the cops were addressing civil unrest. I wonder what that means. I mean, was there really civil unrest, or were they just... Well, this is the... Oh, okay, there we go. There's the civil unrest. Let's take a look at the whole scene here. We'll stop this for a second. Make this big. All right. So let's see. Oh, see, there's these people here. They're all causing trouble. What the freak? I don't see any civil unrest. Show me some civil unrest. Come on. Gotta be something. What are they saying here?
Midnight, while you were sleeping. Well, maybe a lot of you weren't. But that's now been rescinded. They use the word rescinded. I guess it means it's cleared. It was declared due, they said, to civil unrest around midnight. So we're still looking into that. And you know what happened in Ocean City over the weekend. Crowds of teens caused chaos on the boardwalk at one point. Police made other disorderly conduct. There was even a stabbing of a 15-year-old. Shane is down in Ocean City now. Hi.
Hey, yeah, and I could tell you that, of course, no one expects this kind of thing to happen, especially in Ocean City. As we always mention, it's very family-friendly, the alcohol ban, things like that. But crowds of people really running for their lives over the weekend because of the stabbing. And as you mentioned...
Wait, stabbing? What? That's kind of crazy. That's crazy. What the freak?
The message is going to be towards the parents on where is the accountability. That's what the mayor is asking at this point. He wants folks to understand that this cannot happen. But a lot of folks, as you can imagine, now feeling a little unsafe, if you will, coming to the boardwalk.
I just heard a whole bunch of screaming, lots of running. It was really chaotic. Pretty scary, if you ask me, yeah.
It's dangerous that way, like, kind of sea of people, panicking all at the same time is scary.
Being out here in Ocean City and seeing that something happened like that was just crazy, because there's supposed to be something peaceful. It's supposed to be somewhere we could go to have fun.
And as we take a live look now, it seems like there is life, after all, here on the Ocean City Boardwalk as folks begin their walks and their jogs and stuff. You have folks here on scene with the city cleaning up, making sure the trash is taken out in anticipation of more crowds to arrive. But one solid message from the city, and especially the mayor here, they're hoping that parents reel in these teens. And of course, if you're coming here, he says directly, if you're coming here to cause trouble, they're asking you to stay home, guys.
Oh, okay.
Well, is that the sun I see out on the boards?
Asking you to stay home. Okay, we'll stay home. We don't want to be unruly. You can just ask us and we'll stay home. No, they won't. The troublemakers are going to go wherever they want to go, because that's just the way troublemakers are. All right, next. All right, what else we got here? What is causing the outages in Tennessee? Well, let me think. Could it be snakes? Holy cow, what the freak is these snakes doing? What in the world? What is going on? Why are there snakes causing outages in Tennessee? And can't they put the snakes away? I guess not. What kind of snakes? That's the other question. Could they be dangerous snakes? Or are they going to be not so dangerous snakes? Okay, this is People Magazine, so they're going to be friendly people. It says here, the meddling snakes. Meddling snakes. Maybe it's snakes that like metal, like heavy metal. I don't know. Could it be? Could it be snakes? Snakes. You know, it's like, reminds me of Sin City. Ladders and snakes. Ladders give, snakes take. Rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief. Ain't got a chance in hell. At least that's my belief. It says, curious reptiles are wreaking havoc near Nashville throughout 2024. Snakes are finding their way into Henpeck substation in Franklin, Tennessee, and have caused multiple power outages, according to the Rock Hill Herald. 4 snake-induced power outages have been reported in the area. According to WKRN, Middle Tennessee Electric, which is MTE, emailed customers on May 17th to explain the situation, which the utility company called unprecedented. MTE Communications and Marketing Director Larry Rose told McClatchy News that the situation is very unusual because of the advanced equipment used in the substation to deter animal interferences, per the Herald. You know, if snakes can take down your whole town, that's a situation that's going to be serious. So, trouser snakes are electrified, no acoustic snakes. Oh, yeah. The snakes. What kind of snakes are they? Why are the snakes wreaking havoc? I mean, they don't look like very nice snakes. I guess they're black snakes. They look like black snakes. The sneaky snakes. Oh, here we are. The sneaky snakes. Aren't we very creative by doing that? The sneaky snakes, mostly identified as gray rat snakes. They're not barking rat snakes. Finding their way into substation are causing the outages. By coming into contact with substation powered equipment, which causes the equipment to short out, similar to home breaker box. What? Wait a minute. How are the snakes doing this? I want to know. This is not something that this is something that's really weird. But the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency states that rat snakes are one of the most abundant snakes in the state and are often found around homes. These non-venomous snakes are typically large, between 42 and 73 inches in length. The black snakes are larger than the white snakes, by the way. At least thicker, I guess, I'm told. It says, earlier this week, Rose told WKRN that the electric company, is working on a solution for current snake issue and has tried 3 different snake repellents to no avail. They also stated that the company has wildlife guards on the power lines to prevent birds and other animals from reaching them, but snakes have gotten past them. Well, it could be because the snakes are probably not coming in on the power lines. The Chinese snakes are smaller, much smaller. You know, being a member of the media, I've got to do this with a straight face. But these snakes, the electric company's website states that the largest electric cooperative in the Tennessee Valley Authority region, covering Tennessee and areas of Alabama, Mississippi, Kentucky, Georgia, North Carolina, and Virginia. Oh, man. I think the snakes are just trying to take over. Why is this? What happened here? I think there's a snake in here or something, because something just popped up a screen that I hadn't popped up. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty wild to think about this. Now, I do know that the snakes around here, in all seriousness, can get pretty big. I had probably a 12-foot snake that made its way into my sunroom, and that was kind of scary to think of a snake that big coming in and doing whatever. But yeah, that's kind of weird when you think about it. All right. Anyway, enough with the snakes. Rolls-Royce wins a contract for nuclear proofing doomsday plane. When I think of Rolls-Royce, I really don't think of a plane that they're gonna nuclear proof. These aircraft are equipped with mobile command centers, operation areas, conference rooms, and more, and can resist electromagnetic pulses. They would carry the U.S. President and top military leaders. Boy, I'm talking a whole lot more than I usually talk, because I used to have people that I talked with. I think you need reading glasses. Yes, I do. I really seriously do. My eyes are definitely not what they used to be. I hate that. I hate the idea that I'm getting older. Oh yeah, the airspace and automatic. The aerospace. I can't even speak. The aerospace and automatic. Okay, let's try it again. The aerospace and automotive giant Rolls-Royce has recently revealed that it has been successful in securing a contract to provide technology to the next generation version of U.S. Air Force nuclear blast resistant aircraft. Of course, the whole world would be gone, but the president would still be alive. So when he lands, he wouldn't be able to do anything because there wouldn't be anybody to be in charge of. The aircraft would be the new version of the E-48 planes, dubbed the Doomsday Plane, for its capacity to resist electromagnetic pulses and nuclear blasts. This will be part of the Survival Airborne Operations Center, SAOC project, which a number of aerospace companies are working on, headed by Sierra Nevadas Corporation. During times of crisis, the E-48 planes can prove invaluable, capable of housing a mobile command center to take over seamlessly from destroyed plane facilities. The aircraft can also be refueled in the air. Of course, now, so that means that if we had a war of some sort, we'd put our president in that aircraft, and where the United States would be destroyed, Biden would still be alive. I'll sit back and let you think about that for a few seconds. Biden would still be alive. Or the president, whoever that would be. Somehow that doesn't seem quite fair, but, I wouldn't want to be around anyway if he was the only one alive. So, I guess that's the way it is. I don't have any thing for me to copy? Okay, so then we get a copy this way. That's really strange to think about, though. Thinking about that that the only people that would be alive would be the people that are up in that plane. So that's really strange to think about. People that caused the war are the people that get to live. That's pretty weird. Okay, got it there. And come on. Why don't I have a Twitter up here? Let's have a Twitter up here, or X, or whatever you want to call it. X.com. There we go. Okay, now we move this so that I have it at my disposal. Way down here. There we go. And then we put, oh, where'd it go? Wait a minute. I have two, oh, okay, I have Twitters already. Yeah. Yeah. Did I mention I'm going to be playing in a couple weeks? Actually, 2 weeks. That's right, or a week and a half. Who's going to refuel the plane? I would imagine it would be, would be another plane. I don't know. Probably you. Hey, you need a job. You could do that. That would be a good job to have. You'd be guaranteed all the fuel you can fly with, and you'd be guaranteed a lot. And you can go. You'd have a vehicle to get around. That would be awesome. And all right, now let's see here. Delete this too. Okay, I think we did that. Yeah, we did that. That's that. All right, now. So that's going to be Rolls-Royce. And imagine the price tag of that Rolls-Royce. It would be a Rolls-Royce refuel. Well, I don't know if it would be refueling, but that would be at least, yeah. All right, where are we at here? Oh, this was weird. Says here that now imagine the time of the year. Okay, this time of year it's starting to get warm out, and who would have thought that in Mexico City, they'd get hit with a thick ice storm amid this heat wave. So this is really truly what happened. This is during a heat wave they had a hailstorm, and this is what happened. I can't read Spanish, but that's what happens. Look at that. This is crazy. This is in almost summer, and yet they're having to dig their way out of this hailstorm. That is insane. What in the world is going on with this world that we would have a hailstorm in the middle of, well, I mean, the late end of hail, or of spring. It says here, residents shovel thick layers of ice after a surprise hailstorm in Puebla, Mexico, May 24th, 2024. The unexpected storm surprised locals as hail accumulated up several feet in some areas, transforming streets into icy rivers. The hailstorm caused widespread damage to some homes, blocking roads and knocking down trees in the aftermath of the storm. Residents were seen shoveling ice and mud in amazement at the usual weather phenomenon. And the hailstorm comes amid Mexico's third heat wave, as temperatures are expected to exceed 113 degrees Fahrenheit in 9 states nationwide. What the freak is going on there? I mean, I never would have seen that coming. If you had said, I mean, I remember when I was in college when I was probably in I'm thinking it was probably in 79 or so. There was April 1st, we had the biggest snowstorm of the year. I don't know if it was 79 or 80 or what year it was, but it was somewhere around that area. And I couldn't believe it snowed that much on April 1st, April Fool's Day, and I happened to get stuck in the snow. And I had to get pulled out of the snow. It was just crazy. But that was way back then. I haven't seen anything happen that late in the year. And that's, I mean, we're at least up more north than Mexico City. I mean, who would have guessed that Mexico City would have had that? That's insane. Oh, man. Good times. Yeah, good times. Yeah, no, not good times. Not when I'm stuck in the snow. It's never a good time. That's when I don't feel very good about life. And I think it was when I had my step van. I was living in my van at that time. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, what do we got now? I guess we could see some funny videos. How about funny videos? We need to see some funny videos. Let me see what else we got in here before I decide to do that. Okay. All right. I got some funny videos. Oh, here's my favorite funny video of the night. This kid was bullying a kid for having cancer, and the parents did the right thing. They had the kid. They decided the kid was going to pay for it. Waiting for this to come up. So, here we go. Here we go. Dad cuts son's locks because he bullied another kid at school that had cancer. To me, that's awesome.
There you go. Right.
It sounds like it's being killed.
It's gone. It's gone now. It's over. There you go. Right.
The big baby freaking should give a copy of that video to the kid that he teased. Oh, man. I love that video. I love when bullies get beaten. I mean, he didn't get beat, but I still love it when he sounds like a little bitch. Kids should be a little more nice to people. But, okay. Let's see. That was him. This one called Beekeeper. Why did I call it Beekeeper? I put these notes on what they're about, and I forget what they was. And I just did this today. What was that one about? Oh, this is funny. Okay, so people were really stupid. So he had this brilliant idea. He was going to hide in this box. And they were going to cover the box up when he knocks this bee nest up. Now, first off, they're not American, as you can tell, and they're not very smart, as you can tell. Now, watch this. This is funny. Oops, she threw They threw the umbrella on top of the box, and the bees are on the inside. That was so stupid. And you could tell they're probably Chinese that they did that. But that was so funny. Man, I mean, I know I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I would know better than to do that. Actually, I'm one of the smartest people in the world, but that's beside the point. That's not bragging, it's the truth. Alright, let's see. That was the bullying one, or the bee one. This one was, I have hairdo. What was that? That was about, what was the hairdo one about? Can't remember. Okay. Oh, this is insane. I mean, I understand. I love long hair on a woman. I do. But there's such a thing as too much. And I guess it's an extension. I'm assuming it's an extension. And the kid has hair like that too, because the kid wants to be like the mom, assuming that's the mom. But, I mean, there's such a thing as too much.
Stock, move on cause they know I got beans. They be chatting, I don't give a damn, and I'm still getting money, I know who I am. Like, keep it a stack. Move on cause they know I got beans. They be chatting, I don't give a damn, and I'm still getting money, I know who I am.
That's long.
Like,
that's really too long. I mean, take a look at, you're talking, look how long that is. That's really stupid. And that could be dangerous to other people walking, too. If I was here, I'd go over and I'd step on the person's hair, say, oops, sorry. Or I'd walk up and cut a piece off just to show them that you don't need to have your hair that long. Hey, and it's by the Sassy Shop. I mean, that's dangerous like that. These people, I don't understand. Why do people have to, I mean, I'm sure that they think it's cool, but it can't be. Now we all know what Stairway to Heaven is, but do you know what Stairway to Hell is? I can tell you that Stairway to Hell is not nearly as nice as Stairway to Heaven. So here's what Stairway to Hell is. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Now, we all know what Stairway to Heaven is. And he's buying a stairway. That's a Stairway to Hell. Okay. Then we got Crime Doesn't Pay. I don't remember what that one is either. I just did these today and I still don't remember what they are. Damn it. And I named these because I want to remember what they are, and then I forget what they are. Okay. This one is Stairway. Okay. Now this one's Crime Doesn't Pay. Can't remember what that is either. Oh, this one was interesting. So here is a guy, he's running from the police, and he jumps over this, into this lane, and runs over this way. So, here we go.
Across the freeway, running across the freeway, letting the car roll. They let the car.
Now, he doesn't notice that this doesn't go to here.
Roll and run down the freeway. Running across the freeway, letting the car roll. They let the car roll and run down the freeway.
Yeah.
Running across the freeway, letting the car.
Now, what happens is this guy isn't paying attention, and he falls down here. So this is the road. This is a big gap. Now, he lived, and he only broke his ankle. But I guess he won't be running from anybody real soon, since he got caught. Yeah, some people aren't too smart about this. All right, then we got... I called this one Happy Elephant. I don't remember why I called it Happy Elephant either. Let's see. Why did I call that Happy Elephant? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, yes.
Hello?
This is Happy Elephant. First of all, if you're a woman around an elephant, you should probably be clad a little bit better, because this elephant is a horny elephant. So here is the happy elephant.
Oh, hello? Oh, can somebody please take a picture of me? Hello? Please a picture. Oh my God, what are you doing? Oh my God, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Hello?
Why would you wear that?
Of me? Hello? Please a picture. Oh my God, what are you doing? Oh my God, what are you doing?
Obviously a boob elephant.
Oh my God!
That is a boob elephant. Oh man, just funny. You know, you would think that people would be a little bit smarter than that. I mean, first of all, where are they at that they can have an elephant? I mean, it looks like a residence to me. It doesn't look like it's a business, and obviously she's not dressed like a business. So where are they finding an elephant? And but let's see if we can figure it. Maybe it says on the. Let's see if it says where it's from. Nope, it doesn't. I would love to know. Elephants have good taste. All men are the same. And good elephant. Good boy. Too funny. And the last one, but not the least one. And I saved this one last because, well, you'll see. There's a good reason for this one to be last. This is called Happy Dogs, Happiest Dogs. So I think that this is the best one for the last one, because I can sit here and watch the little dogs being happy. And so here we go. We're going to show the happy dogs. I get in trouble for that music. Oh, it's funny. I love dogs. Dogs are the greatest thing in the world. They make people happy. Yeah. All right. I will talk to you guys next week, and hope you enjoyed the show, and I will be back next week, hopefully with everything working. I'll try to work on that sound, and I'll try to work on that new computer, try to make everything working. Oh, what's going on here? Now I'm not going to be able to do the freaking... Where's my song? There it is. Okay. Anyway, like I said, I'll be seeing you guys next week, and maybe I'll have some songs to play from the band, and we'll finish it up with this video, and we will talk to you next week.